All right, so this is a message to Stephen A. Smith, Eli A. here. Stephen A. Eli A. You said that Damian Lillard needs to be playing with Ben Simmons. I disagree. Dame needs to get traded to Philly for Ben Simmons. Now, here's why. Ben, he has a specialty of having people get open for threes. That's his thing. He can't shoot himself, but he's probably the best at getting open threes. And I really believe that Ben Simmons can have CJ looking like Bradley Beal. He can make an all-star team with Ben Simmons' help. That's going to be a great combination. Now, on the flip side, the Portland executives have to look themselves in the mirror and say, listen, Dame is great, and I know he wants to be here, but he's too big for Portland. He needs a big market. Him and Embiid, it's unstoppable. Two dudes that could go for 40 every night. Unstoppable. Next 5 years, they can run the NBA. Unstoppable. It's great. Now, Portland pulls this trade off, right? You trade Ben Simmons and a first round pick for Dame because the money would match. So, you're Portland, you got two options. You got a 24-year-old Ben Simmons locked down for a couple years, making a lot of money. You got two options. You start your rebuild, struggle, or you make the best out of the situation and try to win. I already said Ben Simmons can make CJ look like Bradley Beal. You think about Rocco getting his shots, he gonna hit some threes. Derrick Jones Jr. running with him, gonna get a lot of dunks. And he's already used to playing with an offensive big, so Nurkic, he'll be fine. Just build around him. Just gotta build around Ben like the Bucks did Giannis. That's gonna work. They're gonna be the Bucks in the West. If you do it the right way, you can compete every year. Not to say you're gonna win a championship every year, but you can compete every year. So now you need culture. Damian Lillard is not a culture. He's a superstar. He's not a culture. Bring in Mark Jackson. You see what he did for the Warriors. Steve Kerr even said it. You need to build that foundation. Bring in Mark Jackson as your head coach. That's it. Now, go out and get John Collins if you can. Go out and get Lauri Markkanen if you can. An offensive four. Someone who could stretch the floor for Ben. Needs that. Go get Doug McDermott or go get Nicholas Batum. Solid 3-and-D players. Or Trevor Ariza. Solid 3-and-D. I actually like Trevor Ariza better because he has some championship experience. Go do that. You don't want to do that? Rebuild. Trade CJ for assets. Trade Derrick Jones for assets. Trade Rocco for assets. Trade Nurkic for assets. Just go young. Get assets, get some good young players, and get some draft picks. You got time. Ben is only 24. Next 3 years, couple first rounders, they could do something with that. And then go get a young coach to build with them. Go get a Chauncey Billups. Go get a Becky Hammond. Go get somebody new. Get a fresh face. Now, flip side, Philly. Everybody was looking at Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid like Kobe and Shaq. Embiid can be dominant like Shaq. Ben will never be Kobe. He might be able to be a a Magic Johnson in a way. He'll never be Kobe. Dame, he can be a Kobe. Pair them together, that pick and roll, that pick and pop, unstoppable. You already got the shooters. Tobias Harris, excuse me, is a great third option. Seth Curry, you get Curry, you gonna shoot that thing. Get Korkmaz back, he could play. Shake Milton can play. They got a roster. Just build around that. Get the White back. Need that energy. Need a little bit of the bad guy sometimes. That enforcer. Matisse Thybulle, defensive monster. You're gonna be the defensive player of the year one day. Now, what you really need is, because you already got a good core, get you a bench mob. Get you them energy dudes on the bench that's gonna be hyping everything up. Good bench players who know their role. Even if they don't play, they're gonna bring that energy every night. Do that, be fine.